But at the beginning of the war, you made these here?
Yes.
We saw this on the news that all the Ukrainians were making molotov cocktails. I can't believe I'm actually holding one. This is so awesome, man.
Доброго вечора, ми з України.
Good evening. We're from Ukraine. Boom! So I'm sitting here editing this film that I made on one of my first trips to Ukraine, and really one of the things that strikes me the most about being in Ukraine is the level of support for each other, for their own citizens. Almost everybody I met is involved as a volunteer in some way, or they're crowdfunding some military equipment for one of their friends who is off to war in the East. It is across the board. The entire nation is doing something to help each other. Here in the West, by and large, the war doesn't figure prominently in our consciousness anymore. But over there, of course, they're in a war zone. Of course, they all know people who are fighting and dying and getting injured. I've never seen anything like this anywhere in the world in my entire life. This massive, collective, national level of support for each other, defending their nation against this invasion, helping the people who are victims of it. It really is spectacular. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you very much. Slava Ukraini.
Героям слава.
Yeah.
I saw your tattoo.
Yeah. Yeah, brand new today. So hey, what is this place?
Maybe this is the coolest woman place in Ukraine because this is a woman veteran movement.
Okay.
And the founder of this place, they are now soldiers on the east of Ukraine.
Right now they're in the Donbass.
Right now, yes.
Yeah.
The second one, Katrina, he is now back from Kharkiv because we buy a car for our girls who are paramedical in Kharkiv and saving people's life and just transport it there.
Okay.
So in this room you can see maybe 10 part of us now because the first month in Kiev we helped people in Kiev. We had cars and this is was place of quick reaction for needed people. So for example, hello, we need something to eat, we need some medicine, and we just get them ask and just transport it for Kiev because didn't work nothing, not underground, nothing. And then we are helping army as we could. And ammunition, it's tactical medicine, food, everything.
Did this female veteran movement,
Yes.
did it exist before or was it started because of the war?
Yes, they were exist before. I joined here on the third days of this war, but I know one of them. She's the greatest personality, and she's in Kharkiv now. She's paramedical.
Okay. So what kind of, what else do you do? Like, it's a big building.
We are buying, we are generating donation and buying and getting helps for everybody who wants to help army from Europe, from our people, and helping whatever who wants, who asks us. Yes,
Okay.
this is the militaries and this is the civil too. Ammunition, medicine. We have different part of us, our organization, just giving in that places that need it. Yes, especially accent is for militaries. So we do everything, buying, giving food, some special food, yes.
Like military rations.
Military rations,
Yeah.
yes.
Alright.
Clothes, shoes, tactical, all. What can we buy, what can we get?
And well, what they need also,
And what
right?
they need,
So
for
you know
sure.
what they need and then you say, right, we'll try and get
we
that.
have-
Okay.
They need a lot, they need all.
Yeah, they don't need, teddy
Yes.
bears. They need
Yeah,
tactical
sure.
equipment. Yeah,
Sure.
right. Okay. So you have a connection with the soldiers at the front.
Sure.
We need this. I know this is a digital war. Ukraine is amazing. So
Yeah, sure.
you probably have a direct connection to what the soldiers on the front lines need.
Yes,
Yeah?
yes, sure. And I didn't know what we don't do.
Yeah.
Maybe only not buying weapon.
Okay.
That's all.
Yeah. So everything
And
else.
Everything else we in every way we something just getting and giving for us, for our military. So this is a big office building and we use it for different things. Yeah, as you know, for tactical medicine, ammunition, and it's such kind of real interesting stuffs like
What does that say?
Do you know what is this? Доброго вечора, ми з України. Good evening, we are from Ukraine.
Okay, and there's a drone.
Yes, this is a drone.
Okay.
It's a drone, and we need it because you know the problem with the oil now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but
So it's gas in there. It's petrol.
petrol.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay.
it's a very needed thing.
Oh, yeah.
But and do you feel the smell?
Yeah,
Here?
it's like
So,
it smells
do
like
you know
petrol.
why?
No.
Because we made here this one.
You made them here?
Yes. This
Oh my
is,
God.
This,
It's a Molotov cocktail.
yes.
Like a real one.
Yes.
So I could light it.
Only one? Yes,
Yeah,
sure.
I won't light it.
I don't know how it's safe to use it.
But at the beginning of the war, you made these here?
yes, in this place,
Oh, wow.
everything was in a pine plastic. Do you see it?
Yeah, yeah.
Part of this cocktail.
Oh yeah.
And like this one. And I'm not chemistry. We have our mama. She's chemic woman
Yeah.
who know how
Yeah.
to do it. So this all room was in molotov cocktail.
Okay, we
We
also.
were preparing for Russians here.
Yeah.
Waiting.
Yeah, you never knew, right? Yeah. Because they were coming very close. But
Yeah.
I never held. I know everybody knows this, and we saw this on the news that all the Ukrainians were making Molotov cocktails. I can't believe I'm actually holding one. This is so awesome, man.
Доброго вечора, ми з України.
Good evening. We're from Ukraine. Boom! Wow, that is so cool. All right.
Every time we need something new, this is the things to, you know.
Dig the trenches.
Trenches,
Really?
yes.
These are like that's why you have them because they need to dig
sure.
trenches.
Sure, it's most safer place. For,
Yeah. Do you feel like you're making a difference when you come here every day? Do you feel like you are doing something good and that you are making a difference?
Yes, sure. Maybe it's most interesting job in my life, and I even don't remember some details because I did so much. People around me did so much, so different tasks that I even can remember all now, and it's just 3 months, and it's very interesting, really. And it makes me feel every second, every part of this war quiet, because I'm realizing my energy and all of my own in something very special, needed. Yes, and that's why maybe I'm a happy person in this way. I'm not suffering, I'm not scary, and you know.
You're not scared anymore.
I didn't, and because I didn't have a time for it,
Yeah.
and not even me. Everybody of us I think so.
Now things are more calm in Kiev. Well, there were some missile
Yes, now-
strikes,
yes.
but is there still the same sense of community with all of you volunteers here? Like in the beginning of the war, I imagine it was like, yes, we have to do this. Is there still a good sense of community?
Yes, sure. And it's new people, new communities. We are trying to collaborating. Now I want to collaborate with some community because the people not only not in Ukraine, in Europe and USA, maybe they were a little bit tired of the war, so we don't have a lot of help now. So we must do something maybe more structural, more biggest, some collaboration for getting help again.
Okay, so now you're settling into the routine. You know
Yes.
what you're doing. You have your logistics and everything, but now you need even more help.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, we need even more help.
Donations and everything.
Everything. It doesn't matter if we want somebody to give us one car of food. It's cool because we need food. People in villages, in front lines, they are really have problem with food. Yes, we didn't want to help civils, but if they need, and we can do it to collaborate with some funds. Okay.
Yeah.
So we need the cars. We need the tactical medicine because it's very important in the field. Yes, because it's much important than you can imagine.
Yeah.
Yes, and we need everything, and I hope that people not forget that we really in a very dangerous big war still. Yes, in Kiev it's okay. Kiev has some post-traumatic syndrome. Yes, as I feel it. It's not the Kiev like it was in February, sure, but we have war.
Yeah.
And
So when do you stop work here? When are you done your work? When the Russians are out?
I don't know because now I met some magical people around me here, and they are making movie. I'm a movie actress and I want to be producer. I don't know. We will have some interesting project in future because Ukraine need to build, yes, and we need to fight with corruption. Maybe it will be some political project. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of work forward.
So it doesn't.
Not only war.
So it doesn't end with victory to Ukraine, which we
Yes,
hope
sure.
for. There is still work to do after.
Yes, sure. Yes, sure. We're thinking that we'll together and to work after because we have what to do.